Hey YouTube, Richician 84 here of Team Sorcerers, and welcome to the penultimate video of this mini-series. And now I am showcasing my Link deck, Cyberse. Basically the first Link-focused deck I ever played. Of course I have played other ones. I've played Rockets, of course, which were a lot of fun, and I've also played another Cyberse deck which was based off Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid, but of all those this was the most enjoyable one. Yeah, I just like to keep coming back to it over and over again. It's funny because I made this just for a bit of casual fun to start with, and it was a fun deck for a while. And the funny thing is, I was struggling with what I was doing to start off with, as I wasn't sure what plays to do as I was going along. Now I know the deck off the back of my head, just like that. You know, I can just comfortably play it and just do a lot of the standard plays. And of course it ended up being one of my very best decks, one of the epic elite, you might say. Then again, that being said, it did end up getting really boring, just constantly rushing access code talker. Yeah, I don't like having to do it, because I prefer to do other things, but the problem is there's just too many situations that call for access code talker to come out. But, yeah. Despite that, though, it's not the only thing I do with the deck. There are other things I do with it. In fact, if I can, what I try and do is build up to either Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid or Firewall Dragon Singularity. And of course have some fun with three of my favourite links: Power Code Talker, Decode Talker, and Firewall Dragon. Yeah, oh, don't walk this way, Bertie, please, not again. Yeah, obviously you've got Boots Staggered, an easy 2300 beta to summon. So I'm going to lean like this so my kitten goes the other way. Oh, do you have to come this way? Like, really? Sorry about that, and I also just realised it wasn't in the view. And then the three main decked Firewall monsters: Phantom, Defensor, Guardian. Oh, it's not focused. Why are you not focusing? Okay, that's better. It is annoying when Phantom ends up in the hand, though, considering Defensor only special summons a Firewall monster from the deck. And then it's like, why? I don't want this in my hand. Guardian's a pretty recent addition, just to try that out. And it's been quite helpful. I'm still running Link Slayer, which has been in the deck since the very beginning. Again, pretty much a free special summon and a twin twister on legs. But yeah, you could probably compare it to Mobius, but Mobius is just more annoying, because it's got more attack and there's no cost to popping 2 back rows other than tribute summoning. Then Gachariat Ignista. Yeah, the only Ignista monster I've ever played. Yeah, that helps. Again, another free special summon, and granting whatever link monster I want some immunity. And then 3 clock wyverns to help get plays started. 3 lady debugs for search power. Balancer lord for additional normal summons, and then a lot of code or coder monsters are in the main. Rocket coder. It's quite funny that this is using a rocket card. It's like playmakers borrowing a card from Eye and Revolver. Code Radiator, that's a really awesome one, as is Code Generator. Microcoder is great for more searching as well. I would be playing 3, but I haven't got the room. And 3 Widget Kids, your marauding captain, that helps a lot. Cyberse Gadget, your junk synchron. I mean, it just has a bit of everything, which is really cool to get link plays going. Like 2 backup secretaries, your extender as well. Cyberse Synchron for your synchro plays, and Dotscaper. Now, even though it is a link-focused deck, it does run almost all the other summoning mechanics. I say almost because there's no pendulums for Cyberse. Well, unless you count that Cyberse pendulum that works like a dimensional fissure, but it banishes spells and traps. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I've got 2 rituals. Cyberse Magician, one of my favourite rituals, plus Cyberse Sage, which does a bit of everything as well. It's also a tuner. I think this is the only ritual tuner monster in the game, which is quite cool. And it helps you do some fusion summoning. I believe it acts... yeah, it's basically a walking miracle fusion, which is really great as well. Or even if I don't get to use it, I can still get it in the grave and set up for Dark Fluid or Singularity. Now, one monster I really miss playing in the deck is Launcher Commander. I think it's what it was called. I think you tribute a Cyberse to destroy a monster. One of the first Cyberse cards I ever played. Shame I don't have room for it. I'd love to run it again if I can. But yeah, here's just standard spells. Signet Ritual, Signet Fusion, 3 Signet Minings, again in odd rarities. Ugh, the nightmare. I need to either change this one for another rare, or change these 2 for commons. Either will do. Then 2 Codex, 1 Optimization, and then the standard spell lineup: Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed, because it's legal in Richician format, Regekian Twin Twisters. And yeah, that's it. And I don't play any traps in here. I think this is the only deck I have that doesn't run traps. Well, they're not really needed. It just straight up goes on the offensive. You know, just like how I ran Blue Eyes and Blackluster Soldier for a while. I mean, I didn't have traps in them for the longest time. Until Blue Eyes got the True Light, and then I started playing traps in those again. And then, of course, here's all the link monsters. Again, it's a 20 card extra deck, but obviously I can't run all of these in my online build. Oh, that's something I should have mentioned when talking about Melfi's and All Ice Dimension Dragon. Oh well, but here's Singularity. This one doesn't come out very often. I mean, there's times where I can go for it, but there isn't much point because you know, I don't have enough of the different types of monsters set up in the grave. but even when it does come out, it's an absolute beast. Then Dark Fluid, the original print of it as well. I mean, that's really cool to be able to go into. And then, of course, I guess the sort of retrain, Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid, Neo Tempest Terahertz. Yeah, that's the easiest one to bring out. Yeah, of the three. And yeah, that's basically what I use to help set up for these guys. I find I go into it a lot of the time, even turn one. Yeah, provided I can keep it alive long enough, I can get all the different types of monsters into the grave and just set up for these guys and just give them their full strength, basically. Avramax is here, one of my favourite links, just because I don't think I've got this one in my online build again, because, well, like I've said already, there's no way to change the extract limit in the deck editing section. And then Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid, the original print, the pre-errata, I would have preferred to have the errata version in here, but yeah, it's the original print. Well, I might as well, but I do have an errated copy right here, just in case it's needed for checking the text and rulings and what have you. And then Access Code Talker, probably the best link for in the game. The fact that it's generic is just insane, and it makes it so that it's played in lots more decks. It's pretty mad, and I only just realised the other day that it has an alternate art in Quarter Century Stampede. It's pretty cool though. Not that I plan to get it, because like I keep saying, I don't care for alternate arts. Right, on to Link 3's Decode Talker, like the original Cyberse Link monster. Depending whether or not the starter deck came out before Code of the Duelist, yeah, that's been in here since the very beginning, of course. Yeah, there's better Link 3s now, but I just don't want to drop Decode, because it's another of my top 10 favourite links in the game, and it wouldn't be right to drop him. I consider him and Firewall Dragon like the main cards of the deck. Boss monsters, it's hard to say. Then again, I guess like these three Firewall forms are would be considered the boss monster. Don't know. Then the upgrade, Heat Soul. Then Xcode Talker, Power Code, and that's not in my online build. Shame, because this is another of my favourite links. I think this is my second favourite. But yeah, I know there's better options to run, but I still like to have him anyway. I think Transcode is, I was about to say the only 2 of I play, but there is another 2 of that I do run in here. That's pretty standard. Then the smaller version of the Code Talkers, Code Talker Inverted, or if not, one of them. Here's the other 2 Splash Mages, that's standard. And then Clock Spartoid to search for my Cynet Fusion, and Cynet Witch to help get ritual plays going. I need to actually double check my online build to see what I'm not playing in here. Luckily I've got my PC Open. Well, open, but turned on, that is. Okay, so yeah, in my online build, I don't have Heat Soul, Power Code Talker, Clock Spot, or Cynet Witch, and Avramax. Because yeah, they're just extras for real life games. I wish there was a setting on Edo Pro where I could increase the extract limit, but anyway, here's the other extract monsters I have, despite it being a Link deck. Cyberse Clock Dragon, Cyberse Quantum Dragon, and Firewall Exceed Dragon. Yeah, there's just one of each. Yeah, they're the best ones, really. I haven't got Deva's Worm in here, the other fusion, as yeah, that card's just really annoying. I don't like it because it's a Dark Bright Bomb's Eggs, which is banned in my format. But yeah, I'd rather just stick with Clock Dragon. There is that other fusion, the Chimera one that just needs 2 Cyberse monsters. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I don't have that one. And plus, Clock Dragon's just better. But yeah, yeah, that's my Link deck. I don't know if I'll ever have another Link deck again, not quite sure. I mean, as much as I love my rockets, I think I'm just happy sticking with this one. And yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching.